The mind is your limitation, and your mind is not life. Nobody can exist in your mind, for sure. I don't exist there. And same goes with you. You don't exist in your mind, and you can't exist in my mind. So that's kind of perturbing. A narcissist can't even think of that. You know, there's a lot of argument there, but that's just the facts. That's just the fact. You have psychologists who are just pseudoscientists that try to understand, well, why do these people think that they're so much more real than reality itself is a question. And how from their conversations, like when I say from there, it's really from their minds. See, I equate it to, now that I'm talking about it, it's like there is just a vacuum. There isn't any space like reality. And the truth is very vague. So I'm happy to say that I'm well achieved. I just happen to live in the West. And some things are going on in my personal life where I know that my old life is just not there anymore. And it includes kind of my animals are completely old. My dog is over 20 years old, at least 20 to 22 years old. And everybody's getting on my case about it. I've already made a video about it. And it's just a situation where she's really picky about her food, and then she stopped eating. I kept throwing food out, but keeping it in her face, and then and you know how dogs will be picky that way. And then I'm giving her these treats that are like not really good for her. You know, it's a shitty kind. But now she only wants the treats, and she goes on strike, and it's just like building and building and building. Well, she's 20 years old. This hasn't been happening all her life for the 17 years that I've had her. Just since last November. Just over a year, she has shown this pickiness and losing weight, and she's at her end of life process. It was really much I can do about it. I did the best I could, imagining that I couldn't come up with things, but really it's just like I kept throwing things out. And it's like, God, I can't afford to get her a filet mignon and a fucking roast beef. Excuse me. So anyway, dogs and cats are falling away, and it's going to be my dog, but then here's my cat over here. She's going to be 15, and I already know that when all this stuff happens for me, I keep letting go. I don't keep hanging on. I don't get like another dog and have more cats here. I might have to let go of my piece of property, and I'm good with it. I'm all good with it. It's hard to be around a narcissistic society who thinks that it's all, you're losing. Look at that skinny dog, and oh, that's a bummer. And it's like, no, actually, can we celebrate that life is still in process here, and you're not going to bring me down with your fucking ignorant fucking bullshit, with this fucking, they called the animal rescue on me, because my dog is skinny, and it's like, thank you for the parade. I'm having to call at 5 o'clock. I've called and called and called, telling these people, okay, so what are we going to do? You can come on over and look at my dog again. And they're looking at the groceries and everything. It's like, I have everything, and I'm going just as usual, man. She has more food than I do. Anyway, I love my animals, and to have it look like, I mean, I'm not going to take it personally that people are looking at me like, oh, you're bad on your animals. It's like, no, get me away from this narcissistic society who you guys actually know. No. Okay, enough talking, because I'm not the kind of person who's going to give them 65 fucking vaccines. Because bad on your animals. What? Why? Because they're ending up being really skinny at 22 years old? Fuck this fucking society, man. I'm gonna keep steering clear as much as I could and have been. And if it means that, well, I won't have animals anymore because they want you to license your cat too, maybe, huh? Shite. I'm at the end of that rope. I've had cats. There's one right there. Moo-poo. She's gonna be 15 and come here in February, and I love her so much. I love they're born anyway. And when they're at their end of life process, it's like that's when it's the same looking forward to a different part of their life where I have her litter box back here, because she's smart enough not to go outside anymore, which is fine. And I love that, that she's decided on her own after so long she has survived. I live outside in the wilderness where she could have gotten eaten by coyotes like every night, but no, and I have chickens, and those are going to be, I think they're going to be the last ones that I give up, or I felt like I was going to give them up today or tomorrow. It's because a change is happening in my life, and I have to keep changing. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to put on my meta goggles and say, okay, I made it. Man, no, something is, see, what I have to do next is, well, there's this thing going on with this parade with my dog, and it's like I have to, I'm going through a lot of emotional anxiety on top of it. I'm dealing with the narcissistic abuse. You call it abuse, but really, babes, you don't take it personally if these people aren't mature enough to play human with you. They're not human, so you're going to be like, you're going to take it all personally. It's like, no, actually, you got to get away from them because they're playing a deadly game. They think that your life is a game, and there is a system out there that is playing a game, and look at it, babe. The only way to win is to love each other, walk in love. Ooh, that's going to be gnarly. And yeah, for the next 3 years, it's working on me. It's like, oh man, talk about love. I don't really think I need to lose my property in my house. But I might be in the wrong place to look for love. If it's if the answer, if I think the answer is that I needed to find a loyal partner, I could be in trouble. Not really, not really. The truth is I've taken a break from having a partner. Now, this is some fucking personal information. But boy, the way that the narcissistic society will project on you, the way that they don't know how to live. First of all, they live in their minds, and they don't let go, and they don't know how to live. Living is just it's a process. It's like my dog. She's not going to stay perfect forever. She's falling apart because she's 22 years old. Now the narcissistic society is going to fucking call and say, they're suffering more than my dog is, just looking at my dog. And I told the guy here when he first drove up and I started getting hubby puppy with him, I even recorded some of this conversation because I had to record it. It's like, and so what's your plan? You're going to kill my dog in 72 hours if I don't do hapsahaba. It's like, do you understand? They didn't fucking understand my human situation. Now they are. It's the fourth time that they're at my house, and they're totally human about it. They're like, well, we understand it's an old dog. Okay, but we understand also that you don't have money to go to the vet to prove that something is going on with your dog. Like, what is going on? What do you want me to do? I'm still at a loss. But I'm still talking to them. I've warded them off, and it's like, so what kind of parade is this at my end of my dog's end of life process? Fine. I'm not going to be taking it personally. But the first day I did, because somebody up there, the narcissists up there, wherever they are, no, actually it's fine. I'm fine that I'm not fine with I don't know how I'm going to be paying any of those fines. They talk about fine. Shitty fucking story, but no, really, I don't see it as a bummer. Only a narcissist would. It's like I'm actually taking it on like they would want me to take it on to feel like I'm low. You know what? There's people that just naturally don't like me, and it's because I can just crack this beautiful smile, and I'm beautiful. I had this boyfriend. Let's talk about the partner that I had for 14 years. When Pluto inched its way into Capricorn and started squaring my planets, and then also Uranus, I think, was hitting. When I think about it, I got to look at it. Uranus was hitting Aries, and it was right over my ascendant. I was like, I told him, oh my God, there's a lot that could go on here. And people started dying all around me, my parents, and I had to caretake and all this, and converting into property owning. Well, we drifted away. I was with this guy, my love, I can find a picture of him. I'm ready for a partnership. That's what I'm saying is, this guy, he came around, he was my partner for 14 years. We were together. And I didn't have to ask him to provide anything that what is needed up here in the mountains, which is it's in the mountains, really. I'm not messing around. I use firewood to heat my bones, and if it's not me gathering the wood, he gathered it for 14 years for me. I never had to worry about it. In fact, we worked together really well. I can go on and on about our relationship. Why did I bring that up? There's a certain reason. Anyway, the narcissistic society want to project all of their personality problems on you, which is just they don't have empathy. They can't have compassion enough. They aren't caring enough to not really to be in a human relationship, but they're all conducting one. They just feel like they have to be in it.